Finding a restroom in public is not too difficult as long as you don't need your diaper changed. Babies, really we're talking about parents, are sometimes without a restroom for their children. Democratic state lawmakers are considering forcing businesses to install changing stations in bathrooms, even for dads, like our politics guy, Marshall Zellinger.
Touring a bathroom in a news story is not my first choice. It's not really number two either. But I koala care enough to show you what state lawmakers may require from businesses.
She's about to be 1. She's 11 months.
Ashley and Jacob Samuel have to change their daughter's diaper when out and about. Well, mainly Ashley.
Yeah, I come back to the table and have to explain that, hey, you've got to take her or find another bathroom or something, which can be frustrating.
My husband lovingly wants to help out and, change the baby, and he'll go into the bathroom, come back and say, actually, can you take her?
At Shanahan's, there are trophies, monogrammed wine glasses, and until recently, there was one thing missing from the steakhouse experience for dads.
They would really appreciate having a changing station in the men's room.
Managing partner Mark Steron installed a changing station in the men's room to go with the one in the women's room.
It was a very quick fix. The guests, after they returned and saw that we had that installed, were extremely appreciative.
My wife and I ran into this problem over the summer, and when we shared our experience on social media, one of the more popular comments was, "Go to the car, take her to the car. Do it in the car."
I mean, the changing in the car just frequently happens.
They should have access to restrooms in public spaces that have diaper changing stations.
Democratic State Representative Tammy Story is sponsoring a bill that would require businesses to install changing stations in gender-specific bathrooms, men's and women's, or a gender-neutral bathroom.
There need to be options out there for parents to be able to change diapers and have a clean, safe, and convenient place to do that.
Story said this was brought to her attention by a mom who could not find a changing station in a women's room, let alone dads like me who frequently can't find them in men's rooms. So, according to Story, she looked online and saw these things cost anywhere from $300 to $500, depending on what you need to mount it to the wall. It could be a little more expensive than that. I know the cost was a little bit more. I was told from Shanahan's, they didn't get the total amount. But when I ran into the problem over the summer, I looked online with my wife and we're like, look, we can buy one for $400 right here. It shouldn't be that hard for businesses to do that.
I mean, obviously businesses are going to have to front the cost, right? Because the state, if they do pass something like this, but then we also know the state has a lot of bathrooms and all these public facilities, right, in these buildings.
The business would have to pay for this. This would take effect July 2027. And the state currently, state and historic buildings would be exempt because, I don't know if you realize, there's a budget problem and the state would have a lot of bathrooms that it owns and it needs to spell out. And Tammy Story said she wants to come back next year with very specifics about, hey, if it's a college that the state owns, which bathrooms would have to have these and which ones would be, okay, I know there's a bathroom there, but you're changing stations in the bathroom in that building or down the hall or whatever, but not every bathroom.
All right, Marshall, thank you.